In this activity, we will demystify some misconceptions about dual language learners and provide factual information through a true-false activity. These myths come from Dr. Linda Espinosa, her policy brief called Pre-K through Third, Challenging Common Myths About Dual Language Learners. Because we're doing this virtually together today, let's take a look at some myths on the next few slides. And as I read each statement, please consider the following questions. In your work, do some of your families have concerns reflected in these myths? And if so, what in particular has been mentioned? So think about this through the lens of working with your families. As each statement's read, how have your families voiced concerns in particular around some of these myths? Or have they? Let's get started. Our first statement says, learning two languages during the early childhood years will overwhelm, confuse, and/or delay acquisition of English. Next statement. The language development of dual language learners looks the same as monolingual language development. Next statement. Total English immersion from pre-K through third grade is the best way for a young dual language learner to acquire English. Next statement. Because schools don't have the capacity to provide instruction in all the languages represented by dual language learner children, programs should provide instruction in one common language, English. Next statement. Spanish-speaking Latinos show social as well as academic delays when entering kindergarten. Next statement. Native English speakers may experience academic and language delays in dual language programs. Next statement. If the instruction in your program is delivered primarily in English, you do not need to worry about DLL children's progress in their home language. All right, I hope you had enough time to think through each statement, whether it was true or false, and also thinking about if your families have ever reflected any concerns or voiced any of these myths that we heard together today. So in just a moment, we're going to have you go to a breakout session where you'll be able to discuss each of the myths and talk through what your answer was, how you came to that answer, and to also relate it to the work that you do with families. If they have had concerns and voiced anything in particular that's related to some of the myths that we've heard together today. So we'll meet back here in about 10 minutes.